Okay, so we're here with Stone Edge Surfaces. We are going to mix up some Pro Wall Mix today for a scratch coat. And I have my water set up for usage in the mix, and I also have a water set up so I can clean my drill after I'm done. So each bag of wall mix basically takes somewhere around 6+ quarts of water. And the reason I say that is we're going to start with about 6, and then we're going to work our way to the correct consistency for doing either stamping or troweling or throwing or shooting out of a hopper gun, and then we'll have a different little bit of consistency for doing a scratch coat. So I'm going to start.
Do you have to do more than just water with wall mix?
You do not. It is a one-step program, one component only. Got my wall mix gray. I'm going to turn my drill down a little bit so I don't slosh everything around. One of the main things you do is you always put your water in first. Then put the dry mix in secondary so that it's easier to work the dry mix down into the water. Now that I've got most of the water, I'm going to speed it up. And give it a little bit of time, because it takes just a few seconds for it to start to become a little bit of a thinner viscosity to know if you need to add some more water or not. So right now, of course, it's very granular. You've never used the wall mix in this manner. But I can speed it up, get it close. So, starting where I did, that's a very chunky mix. You'd never use it like that. So of course, I'm gonna start working a little bit more mix, about a cup at a time, until I get to where I need to get to for my first batch, and then I'll add more. Oh, I'm getting much wetter now. I'm getting a little bit closer. All right, now, as you can see, it's really starting to kind of congeal together and have a little bit more fluidity to it. So what I'm going to do is stop for a second, test it. I use my fingers, closed hand. I'm not opening my fingers, I'm using them closed. I come down in the mix. I use it sideways and upside down. If it doesn't fall off my hand, guys, it's not going to fall off the wall. So trust it, okay? Now, that being said, we're in a faucet period right now. This mix is acting like a sponge, and every bit of water in there is expanding into the sands and all the components. So you want to give that a couple minutes to do its thing, faucet, slake off, whatever somebody might call it, then come back, retemper it, maybe with a little bit more water, boom, then you can go use it on the wall, and it's much easier to trowel, throw, or shoot. I'm going to grab a pool trowel real quick, or a Martin trowel, so I can clean the edges of the bucket. Kind of clean the edges so that I can get any dry mix off the bottom, around the edges. Now, I'll add a little bit more wall mix, a little bit water, apologize. And see how it's kind of falling off of the edges of the bucket down towards the center as I go around? Now, as I come up to the center, look at that nice smooth tunnel with my drill. I go to kick it, look how it collapses. So I know I have a nice malleable product. So I'm going to test it one more time with my fingers. Sideways, not slumping. Upside down, fell off. So give it a second to hydrate. Once it hydrates, you'll know if you need a little bit more water. Boom. Sideways, upside down. If it hangs on your hand, it'll hang on the wall. Make sure your fingers are closed when you grab the mix. Don't go in there and squeeze mix in. Keep your hand closed when you go in. Okay? All right. And there you have it. That's about the consistency that you have for applying on the wall for vertical stamping.